Good evening and welcome to this year's first assembling party. And today we're gonna assemble Confetti, the pink pony. Inspired by one of our Happy Amigurumi club members, Pony, who is also named Confetti. I named this version with a C though, because I thought that it would be easier to internationally make it with C instead of a K. But Confetti, the pink pony, I have, as usually, kickstarted a little bit with the assembling since I've taken the assembling photos and the head was not the easiest part to sew. I know. I usually tend to design my patterns not in this way. Sorry, I'm gonna put my phone on silence. Yeah, I like to design my amigurumi so there is an open shape together with another open shape and not a closed shape attached to a open shape. But I have a tip for you that actually worked pretty well. If you have knitting needles, I am gonna go and grab mine. And not your average like big ass needles. We need the Anne. We need the tiny ones. I think these are 2.5 or maybe they are 3. I don't really know. But the idea is, if you have longer knitting needles, the better. These are circle needles, but they kind of worked. So you stab your needle through the head and through the neck. So if you have a longer needle, it will be even more stable. And you can also stab. This will look very macabre, but you can stab multiple times and then it stays in place. In my opinion, better than using pins. So that is my tip for today. Hi Marielle! Let me know if you are gonna assemble Confetti together with me or if you are gonna assemble something else. And yeah, feel free to chat in the chat and ask questions if you have any. And we're just gonna have a really lovely hour. I think I will be completed with this in an hour. And drink some tea, listen to some jazz, and enjoy some sewing. Repeat after me: sewing can be fun, assembling can be fun, we can do this. I have in my cup today Earl Grey with milk. I'm in a period where I only drink Earl Grey tea with some honey and then milk. It's good. I've tried 3 brands, I think, Earl Grey, trying to find my favorite one. So far, Nordqvist, a Finnish tea brand, is my favorite. If there is any UK people here, you probably have something even better where you live. But until I get my hands on that. In the assembling instructions, I have mentioned to sew on the head first and then the mane. So we're gonna attach the mane first, and I'm gonna flip you so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I haven't had time to put my pretty yellow tablecloth on my table yet, so you are gonna have to live with my brown table today. But yeah, we're gonna assemble the mane, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the eye and the ear. I squeezed together the ear pretty much and used a lot of needles for that one. but I can show you on the opposite side how I did that. And then just the tail. So it's actually not a huge amount of sewing, in my opinion, for this amigurumi. Let me know if you feel like it's a lot, middle, or little. But since the legs are already attached and the neck, I felt like it was pretty well. You who have just right now opened the assembling instructions, which you have gotten to your mail and is available on the Crochet Along page on my website, you will see that there is instructions on how to make the neck a little bit taller at the back, because a horse usually looks down a little bit, so the head is a little bit tilted, and the head would like look like this if we didn't add those. It's like 2 half rows back and forth, but there is instructions for that in the pattern. Milla, I'm gonna try to assemble 2 confetti at the same time. I saw the pictures of them, they look so good. I'm so excited to see all the color variations. I am already very inspired to make her in a different color, and also maybe do the mane in like a triple color, just to make it stand up, and maybe the ears also in another color. I went with the confetti, that the confetti color-ish, or where they were placed on the body. So yeah, I'm really excited. Also excited to make this into a unicorn. Would be very easy to just put a little cone on the head. Marielle, how? That's incredible, Milla. Yes. Elizabeth, hello. I'm still making the parts. That's perfectly fine. Excited that you are that far along in the process. Marielle, I'm still on part 5. It has been busy past days. Yes, no stress if you are on part 1 or if you are halfway through the assembling. My main goal with these crochet alongs is that they should be fun, inspiring, and relaxing, and not stressful. So whatever is happening in your life right now, it's okay. Take a breather. This pattern is not going anywhere, so you can finish it at any time. I'm just happy that you're here and taking an hour for yourself crafting. Something that I need to remind myself about all the time, especially recently. I realized that I'm back in some kind of doom scrolling phase again, and I need to get my ass up from there because it is not pretty, and I feel not happy afterwards, and I want to create more. Yeah, I want to create more because that is what gives me joy in life. So I am now gonna flip the camera, turn it around so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. One day I am gonna either paint or cover this with something fun. Because I am so tired. I think I might need to move. Sorry for the rumbling noises. I am so tired of this desk, but it's a really good, like, heavy duty desk, so I don't really want to buy a new one because it's a, you know, standing desk, and it's a really good one, so I feel like I do want to keep it, but I want to make it prettier because this is not my vibe currently. Maybe someday it will be. No, I don't think so. I will never. Dark wood tones will probably never be my vibe. Okay, I am gonna I think I'm not gonna use that much, or maybe 2 pins. This is a Christmas song. Sorry, let's move to the next one. Can we see? Is it too close? Maybe I can put the desk further down. I don't really know what is better, if it's better to start at the top, or I don't think it's actually any difference. Maybe that is prettier to have at the head. I got the comment from my friend that it looks like a My Little Pony, and yeah, she does have a point. That there is My Little Pony vibe. I also get Dolly Parton vibes. I think it's because of the hair. That it's giving Dolly Parton. So if Confetti wouldn't be the name, I think Dolly would have been a great name for this pony. Dolly the pony. Hello! Welcome to the assembling party. I am about to do the mane. If you're wondering, how can you be that fast? Before I've already attached the head and the one ear and one eye. I need to maybe move a little bit because it feels like I'm going out of frame a little bit too often than I would like. My plan for the mane is just to sew it on with up and down stitches, I think. I'm not that scared on how it's gonna look, since there is a lot of hair that is gonna cover these stitches anyway, so the main thing is that it's just needs to be attached. And I realized that you have to pull it a little bit to get it all the way down to the neck. Okay, come here. That was a bit more tricky than expected. But maybe it's just the first stitch. I don't know if I should. Yeah, you need to like peek underneath where the stitches go. I am doing my best to just make it as straight as possible, but if it's a little bit wonky, that's okay. Elizabeth, the face of the pony reminds me of the horse from Moomin. Not sure why. Hey, I need to pick up a picture of that now, because when you say it, I think I can see it. It's also funny because my sitting unicorn, the head looks like a Moomin head. So I guess somehow, unintentionally, I've been very inspired by Moomin. Which I can live with. Marielle, how do you flip your camera down? Does the tripod does it? Just curious. Good question. Yeah, I have a Manfrotto tripod with a attachment piece that you can just unscrew one of the screws and then you flip it down. So that's my current setup, which I found works pretty well. In an ideal world, I would have energy to have a setup of 2 cameras, one for my face and one for my hand, but I didn't have the energy today to make a super advanced setup like that. So we're going with this. You have to just enjoy my hands and my voice today. I hope that's okay. This was actually the easiest way, I think, to sew the main on, to have it flipped on the side. I am not sure that I get the stitches like in the middle, but I think I might. Do you already know what you are gonna do with your ponies? Are you gonna keep them from yourself? Or are you gonna give them away to someone? Hello, Evelyn! You found me! And hi, Belle! I had a fun visit today from my neighbors. They wanted to come and check my amigurumi collection, and it was a very nice time. Anne, I'm probably going to give mine to my niece. She loves pink. That's perfect. Now that I have one ear, I am gonna try my best to get this somehow in between a invisible ear and then the middle of them. Malin, I'm of course keeping my little confetti pony. Yes, of course. We all want a picture afterwards at some point with the real confetti and your amigurumi. Please. Elizabeth, I will probably give mine to Project Leave. That's so nice. How do I explain Project Leave? It's a organization that makes dream days and gift bags for kids who are sick. And they usually, I know that they have had some toy projects and that you can crochet, for example, amigurumis, and then they will gift them. A very, very lovely it's not a company, but organization. Mila, I'm keeping both of mine for now, but I might sell or gift one of them in the future. A picture of the 2 confettis coming as soon as possible. Yay! Nice. I don't know how to place. So that it's not directly. I feel like I'm having the camera way closer than usual, but we're going with this now. I think I'm pretty happy with it. The mane ended up being a little bit more crazy than I thought it would be. But I've learned that sometimes it's just how it is meant to be. It's meant to be a little bit whimsical and a little bit crazy. I was also thinking of maybe crocheting. Oh, what is that called? The thing that you have, that the horse have around their mouth when you ride them. Oh, this is embarrassing. Either way, I was thinking about maybe crocheting that, but I don't know if it works with the placement of the ears and the eyes. I need to maybe try it out a little bit. It would also be fun to make a saddle, which I also don't know the English term for. That's okay. The thing that you sit on when you ride a horse. I should know this since me and Lucas are playing Kingdom Comes right now, and there is a lot of horse stuff in that game. But nope. I am gonna just drive this yarn end through the head and cut it off. I don't know if you can see on camera, but I lost yarn chicken with my pink yarn. And then I had to take a new skein of yarn. And I don't know if you can tell, maybe not on this camera, but you can pretty much see it in real life. But they are from two different dye lots. So the second yarn the second pink, it's much lighter than not much more, but like a shade lighter than the one that I started with. But that is okay. We are gonna just live with that. So that is the mane attached. Next up, did I do the ear first or did I do the eye first? I think I did the ear first, if I remember. The key with the ear is to fold it and then stitch it. I'm gonna take a peek in the pattern to see where I placed the first one. I am gonna try my best to next week take the cover pictures for this pattern as well as the cover picture for the crow. I am so sorry that that has not been made yet. The final layout for the crow pattern. I also need to figure out, I don't know if we brainstormed a name for the crow yet. I need to go back in the Discord and check. But I have postponed that for so long. Maybe it's because I don't know. I know that if I just do it, they will be good, but somehow I have been postponing that ridiculously long. So let's see, ears. Fold the ears and sew them onto the head between row 19 and 22, one on each side of the mane. This is something that I did wrong. I should probably make a updated version of the unicorn, because I think I could make the head so much better now. Since I could reuse kind of this head shape, and I like this head shape more than the Moomin one that Ebba the unicorn currently have. She also have ears that are not squeezed together, and I think a horse need more pointy ears than Ebba the unicorn has. So maybe there will be an upgraded version at some point, but we will see. It's the same with the Alice the fox, also got an updated version 2 years ago. Is this now? This is so not in the middle. But now is the question, is it because, yes, the mane is super... Oh, I should have put the ears first. I thought that, oh, it's so easy to sew the mane straight, but it is so not straight. It's leaning to this side a lot. So now is the question, since I already weave this in, I don't think I can maybe salvage the yarn end. If I'm lucky, I might be able to pull it through, but I also think that I might need to just cut it. Yeah. Well, we will cut it, we will resew it, and I will do the ear first and get the good placement for the ear, and then I can figure out the mane. Harness. Yes, harness is the name. Bridle and a saddle. Yeah, harness is harness for like dogs, and is bridle the horse, the proper horse name. Marielle, I probably keep mine, but my mom might take it for herself in the future. She has already had taken a few in the past. Nice, your mom has good taste. Okay, let's see if we can frog this a little bit. And redo. It's gonna be pretty tight between the ears, but that is okay. So I think this was a good placement. Maybe one stitch higher. that you should use pins when sewing on stuff. And then I don't do it myself. But to my excuse, I've been sewing a lot of ears and I have quite a good of system. So I sew first half and then I fold it and sew the second half. And then I follow the line of stitches, or I kind of try my best to do so. I mean, worst case scenario, you have to frog a little. At the end, the last stitch, I don't know if you can see that well. I also realized that you see everything upside down. Sorry for that. Let me just flip you upside down. Now is more as I see it. So there is like 2 stitches here in the corner, or 2 loops that is connected to stitch, and I like to pull the needle through those before I weave in the yarn end. Sometimes I feel like the edges of the ear can be a little bit tricky to get like super secure, and this is a way to make it more secure, I guess. Okay. Yeah. I am happy. I could maybe attach that edge a little bit higher up, but it's like some details I can live with and some I cannot. I need to fix right away. Like the mane, we need to fix that. I will need a little bit more pink yarn. I wonder if I have, yes, a tiny skein left. And now I actually have 2 ears that I can try and put the mane in between. So in hindsight, it might be better to make the ears first and the mane afterwards. I'm leaving this tail end because I want to tie it together with the other one. And somehow just hide it. Pull it through the head. So I don't have to weave that one in. Okay. Here's also a random. No, maybe this is the random one. Maybe I can even use a crochet hook for this. If I have one close. Welcome to my secret tool pouch with all my essentials like measuring tape, a crochet hook, but too big, hand cream. This is amazing. Needles attached to a strawberry pouch that currently doesn't have anything in it. Perfume, cuticle oil for nails, lipstick, scissors, of course, stitch markers, and seemingly not a crochet hook in the size that I was looking for. Can I find one? 3mm. Maybe this can work. Yeah, good enough. I can cut off the leftovers. Can you tell that if weaving in is not an option, I will take that. I am currently designing a fish bag, and it's striped, but it's also crochet that you crochet the lining at the same time as the main bag. Either way, there is a lot of color changes and cutting yarn, because I realized that sometimes it's you save yarn by cutting it off, because if the part where you crochet the yarn inside is longer than what you would cut, it's better to cut. So there is a lot of cuts and knots inside of that bag, but you can't see it because it's nicely hidden between two layers. But yeah, we have now a mane that is way more centered than previous. The next thing. Oh, I haven't crocheted a second eye. I need to make it well that it's pretty quick. I wonder if this white yarn is enough. I'm gonna fork this and see if I can use the white. I made a tutorial on how to make the first rows on the lemon pouch. So this is that. So because I don't think I have a white skein open right now, and I would like to not open a new one if I can, because if I open a new one I can't sell it. So otherwise it is sellable. So I'm trying to just open a skein if I really need to. I think this might be enough. Now is the question though, where is the crochet hook? Okay, it's here. Well, now you get to see how I make the eyes if you have never seen how I make the signature garnknuten eyes, I guess at this point, since it's the only eyes that I use for my amigurumis, and I'm not planning on changing because I just love them so much. I think they make the amigurumis look really goofy and fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 stitches is the base. The secret to get a perfectly round eye is to do it with a seam, and that means that you have to connect each round with a slip stitch and a chain, and the next round always starts in the same stitch as the slip stitch. Otherwise you will have one too few stitches at the end. Yeah, I think the yarn is gonna be enough. And then 8 single crochets in the magic circle in the beginning, and then 8 increases on round 2. And then we're gonna end the round with an invisible join, which is another secret for getting or making a perfect crocheted circle. Another fun thing, if you want to know a secret about my current fish bag project, is that I am using glitter yarn. And I am frankly obsessed that it's gonna be a shimmering fish bag. It's a little bit slow to crochet, but I think the end result is so gonna be worth it. I'm also, on the topic of bags, really excited about tomorrow's chicken bag. Agda the chicken bag is gonna be released. Let me know if you're excited, if you're planning on making yourself a Agda the chicken bag. The reason why I named her Agda instead of Gunvor, since I have a Gunvor chicken, but I felt like Gunvor is a very hard English name. It's a very, very Swedish name. Why am I threading that? I don't need that. So I decided to rename the bag, and my friend suggested Agda, and I feel like Agda is a very fun chicken name. And I'm obsessed. I want her in every color, but I don't really have time to crochet her in multiple colors at the time, maybe in the future, since I have a lot of other bag ideas that I would like to make into reality this year. So most of my time goes to that, and of course new amigurumi patterns for the club as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just doing surface slip stitches. There's a YouTube tutorial on my YouTube channel on how to do this, but it is very easy. You can also do chain stitches, like embroidered chain stitches if you prefer that, but I would say that this method is 10 times faster than embroidering it. We're gonna pull that through and then push it back to the back side. Pull it a little bit. I need to pull it very tight to get the magic circle to close. And then I'm lazy. So, and I feel like this is such a small part, so there is not enough stitches to even weave in all these ends. So I am just tying a knot with both or all these 3 yarns, and then I'm just cutting them off, and they will be safe and sound here behind the eye after it's sewn on. And again, I'm not gonna use any pins for this, even though I do recommend to do it, but I like to keep my thumb on top of the eye to keep it in place, and then I stitch around it. Anne, the name makes me think of the song Hönan Agda by Vreeswijk. I wonder if the name, if that was why she recommended the name. I need to look that song up because it's probably a song that I've heard, but I can't recall it. The bag is adorable, by the way. Thank you so much. That is also how I do the eyes. Yep. We want it to be as enjoyable as possible, and sometimes that includes making knots on the backside, and that is totally fine. Okay, let's just see so I get the... It's like it starts when the ear stops, kind of, so here, and then there is one stitch in the corner, kind of. Yeah, I think this is good. Ooh. Then I just squeeze it tight with my thumb so it doesn't move. And the eye, I like to sew on with up and down stitches. And the reason why the first round of the neck is pink, it's because if the entire neck would have been white, the stitches on the stitches that comes when you sew on the head and the neck together with each other, you would have seen them very, very clearly. So by designing the neck that the first round is also pink, the same color as the head, we hide the stitches. So that way, if the stitching isn't perfect, it doesn't really, you can't really tell. Also on the back side, the mane is covering a lot of the stitches, so that is also some insight on the design process, I guess. And I'm so excited that our happy standing animal family is growing. I think this is now, we have Leopold the dinosaur, Lola the giraffe, Daniel the dromedary, Frida the llama, and now Confetti the pony. I think this is the 5th standing animal, and they have actually been very popular when I've been selling patterns on events. So it's gonna be fun to see how Confetti the pony is, what feedback she will get on those events. I actually got a request on the event I was on in February for a horse, and she didn't really want Ebba the unicorn because I said that you could also make Ebba the unicorn in more horse colors, but she specifically wanted a standing horse, so here we are. Now we have a standing horse also in the collection. I need to start asking soon again what animals we're gonna do more of, because I feel like we have a lot of animals. We don't have a cow yet though. A cow would be pretty fun, especially one with big horns. But yeah, let me know if there is any animal requests. I would also like to make a shark. I think that would be a pretty fun make, especially a whale shark, but also like a regular shark. I can't really really leave these sea animals currently. Sea animals are living in my head. Oh, a chinchilla or a sloth. That's good suggestions. Those are going on the list. Chinchilla, are those fluffy? Because it would be fun. Oh, not super fluffy, but big ears. Well, I guess they're fluffy. They have a fluffy tail. I've been wondering if we would figure out more animals that we could use some worsted alpaca or some fluffy type of yarn, like the tummy of the koala that is a little bit fluffy. It would be fun to experiment a little bit more with textured yarns, for example. They are pure fluff. They look solid, but it's almost 5 centimeters of fur on them. Okay, maybe that could be a very good like experimental animal for a fluffy yarn. I also, of course, I mean a sloth. We need a sloth at some point. I just haven't really figured out how I would like to make the sloth. I don't have any vision in my head, but it is definitely on top of the list. And I mean, the ideas can also start coming when you start thinking about them more. I mean, they are a hanging animal. A sloth bag would be super fun. So making a sloth that could be a bag and an amigurumi could maybe be an idea. I also think sloth with the happy eyes would just look so adorable. I mean, because they kind of have that natural, just happy, chill, goofy face. So yeah, I do need to brainstorm this more. Also, if we could do it in another color, then they are pretty beige brown in real life. A sloth, they have also fur, right? So you could also make them in some furry yarn. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop Pinteresting now. Otherwise, I will be here all day, all night. Did I already go through? Yes. Almost all the stitches. Anne Sea Otter. Yes, an otter is also high on the list. Also a... What are they called? Beaver. A beaver would also be fun. More fun animal pouches like Rune. Yes. 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 Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. I need to... I think someone suggested an axolotl, and I think an axolotl would really work well as the a pouch version. I am also planning on making Rune into a bag this summer. Suricate, yes. I've heard that those suricates are really popular among kids right now. I had a friend's kids who wanted to dress up as a suricate, and I was like, whoa, she knows what a suricate is. Kangaroo with a pouch, yeah. Also, there is probably other pouch animals that could also be fun. Nebjur. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, Nebjur. I know. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That would be so fun. I have no idea what they are called in English. But they have... How do you even explain this animal? It's a combination of a duck and a beaver, I guess. Platypus, is that the name? Platypus. Maybe. That would be... That's a fun animal. Yeah, before I go today, I need to write up these ideas. See, I always need to just ask you guys, because you have a bunch of ideas. But yeah, I got really inspired about when one of my testers made the opossum bag in fluffy yarn. Some mohair or something, and yeah, I want to try to make more of that, and maybe buy one of those mohair or like a brush, so you can brush it up a little bit and make it even more fluffy. That would be so fun. I mean, I love cotton. I will always love cotton, and I love how the stitches looks. But it's fun to experiment, and I'm not a huge fan of chenille, which is a fluffy-ish soft yarn, but there is other options out there, and I want to experiment with other fluffy natural fiber option. For example, alpaca and mohair yarn mixes, or then use a mohair yarn strand together with a wool yarn or something. Okay, I have one part left, and it is the tail. Because like this hair, it's incredible. In hindsight, I might have done the strands a little bit longer so that they would pull down a little bit more. I can't imagine how curly this hair would be if I would have done it with double like increases. This is only single crochets, and it still curls up or like crazy. I don't have an idea on how to even crochet like straight hair, if you would like to do that. But maybe there is a tutorial for that also somewhere, or maybe it also helps if you just pull it a little bit, I guess, because I would maybe have liked it to be a little bit longer. But I mean, you can tweak, and you can, I think I said it in the pattern as well, if you want the mane to be longer, you just increase the amount of chain stitches. Okay, final words. I do not think that this is gonna be hard to get in the right position, but I also said that, or I thought that with the mane as well. And there is back loops that you can utilize when you are sewing on the tail. Yay! Elizabeth finished the head. Now onto the mane and to the tail. Enjoy. I really like crocheting the mane and the tail. Yeah, it's a fun part because it really gives the amigurumi some character as well, in my opinion, and make it really look like a horse. How long did it take for you to figure out what we were making? Was it easy? Did you know from the beginning, or did you know by part 3 or part 4? Malin, I love the curly mane and tail. Yeah, I do also really like how it turned out. It might also look a little bit different depending on the thickness of your yarn. Alba cotton might be a little bit softer than Karma, so that might make the hair strands a little bit less curly, maybe. Okay, let's weave in the yarn end. Elizabeth, I guessed it pretty quickly, mostly because a horse had been discussed earlier. Yeah, we had talked about confetti already in the pet chat in the Discord. And the fact that we don't have a a horse. We have a cat, we have a dog now, and now we have a horse. And we have a turtle, if we are talking about pets. And what kind of pets people have. Okay. I am done. I'm going to scramble together all the pins. And then we're gonna flip the camera. Did the camera die now? Let's see. No, now it's working. Perfect. Say hello. Can you also see the Dolly Parton vibe? Say hello to Confetti, the horse. Thank you for the inspiration. Yeah, I am obsessed. She's gonna look so good together with Frida the llama and Lola the giraffe. And I am honestly really excited to make another one in some other colors. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. Maybe to have the head and the body in the same, and then the dots in a different color palette. But yeah, I am so I'm so happy. I think she looks adorable. She might get some additional accessories at some point. Feel free to make her a horn if you want to make her into a unicorn. Or, yeah, pimp her in any way you like. Mila, I was thinking it would have to be an animal with a more complicated, distinct head since it was made separately. So I was thinking a horse or possibly a cow at part 1. Yeah, I could have made a much simpler head, like the one that Lola the giraffe had, but I really wanted it to look like a horse. So I wanted to have the small shaped nose and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for taking part in this crochet along. The pattern will be up in the Club Hub all this month, or until the end of this month, and I am gonna do my best to take some photos and make the cover picture for the final pattern as well. Enjoy whatever you have left of this project and all the future projects, and I will see you mostly in the Discord if you're a Happy Amigurumi Club member. And be sure to check out my new pattern, the Agda the chicken bag. She hangs there tomorrow if you want to make a fun chicken bag. I mean, who doesn't? It will be out tomorrow. Thank you so much for all the support and just engagement and for being here. I'll see you around. Bye!